Police search warrant! Police search warrant! Police search warrant! Police search warrant!
As an alleged associate of the notorious Alameddine gang, Trent Jeske's journey through Sydney's criminal underworld has been punctuated by high-profile arrests, dramatic raids, and a headline-grabbing marriage to Jade Heffer, a woman with her own complex history. This video delves into his multifaceted life, exploring his early years, criminal activities, legal battles, and personal relationships, culminating in his most recent arrest alongside his wife. This is the story of Trent Jeske. Trent's early life remained somewhat shrouded in mystery, typical of many who later emerge as significant figures in the underworld. Born and raised in the southwestern suburbs of Sydney, Trent's early years were shaped by an environment where boundaries between everyday life and criminal activity were often blurred. Growing up in a neighbourhood where gang culture was pervasive, Trent was exposed to the harsh realities of street life from a young age. Details about his family and childhood experiences are sparse, but it's clear that the environment he was brought up in played a crucial role in shaping his future choices. By his late teens, he had already begun associating with known criminals. His initial steps into crime were minor, but set the stage for a more significant involvement. Just quickly, if you're enjoying the video so far, please consider liking and subscribing. It really helps me out and helps the channel grow. Trent started with petty theft, vandalism, and minor drug offences, quickly learning the ropes of the criminal world. The local gangs provided not only a sense of belonging, but also protection and a perceived route to financial stability. Trent's significant criminal involvement began with the Ready for War gang, a subgroup of the larger and more notorious Alameddine crime network. The Alameddine crime family wield considerable influence in Sydney's criminal landscape. Known for their connections to Lebanese organised crime, the Alameddine brothers operate a sophisticated network that spans across drug distribution, extortion, and even political connections. The Ready for War gang emerged as a significant player in the Alameddine network, primarily focusing on drug distribution. Trent quickly rose through the ranks, becoming a key figure within the organisation by participating in and allegedly directing drug trafficking operations. Trent's role within the gang involved coordinating drug shipments, managing street-level dealers, and enforcing the gang's rules through intimidation and violence. His rise within the gang was marked by his ability to navigate the dangerous and competitive world of organised crime, earning the trust and respect of his superiors. It didn't take long for him to become one of the leaders. Trent's association with the Ready for War gang provided him with both protection and opportunities to profit, cementing his reputation as a formidable figure in the city's criminal circles. Law enforcement faced significant challenges in tackling the gang's activities. The gang's ability to adapt and innovate in response to police tactics made it difficult to dismantle their operations. Despite these challenges, the police remained committed to disturbing the gang's activities and bringing its members to justice. Trent's first significant encounter with the law came in May 2022 during a massive crackdown on the Alameddine network by the New South Wales Police. A 10-month-long investigation culminating in a series of dawn raids across Sydney's southwest, involving 450 police officers and resulting in the arrest of 18 men, including Trent. During the raids, police seized a considerable amount of evidence, including drugs, cash, weapons, luxury items, and mobile phones used in the gang's operations. The investigation revealed that the gang had been operating a lucrative dialer-dealer service, utilising 36 mobile phones to facilitate drug transactions. One of these phones had a customer base of over 700 individuals, and the collective operations were estimated to generate around $250,000 a week. The police operation, described as an effort to cut the head off the snake, targeted the syndicate's drug distribution network. Following the arrests, the suspects were brought into court. Trent was identified as a key member of the Ready for War gang, and his associates faced over 50 charges collectively, including drug supply, firearm possession, dealing with the proceeds of crime, and participating in a criminal group. Despite the significant number of charges and the high-profile nature of the arrests, 3 of the alleged gang members were released on bail shortly after their court appearances. The remaining 15 men, including Trent, were remanded in custody, facing legal proceedings in court. In February 2024, Trent was sentenced at Parramatta District Court. He received a 20-month sentence for commercial drug supply, but was granted immediate parole due to time served. Given the severity of his crimes, this relatively lenient sentence raised public eyebrows and sparked debate about the justice process. Trent was not the only member of his family to come face to face with justice. Trent's mother, Jeske, his only publicly known relative, recently made headlines herself after pleading guilty to using fake vaccination certificates to maintain her job at a Sydney school during the COVID-19 pandemic. Trent was in court to support his mother as she pled guilty to one count of dishonestly obtaining financial advantage by deception. She was placed on a 20-month conditional release order, but a conviction was not recorded. However, it's understood she is no longer employed by the school. This legal issue has further highlighted the complexity surrounding the lives of those associated with the Alameddine crime family. Trent's arrest marked a turning point in his criminal career. He was faced with serious charges that could potentially lead to a lengthy prison sentence. However, this would not be the last time Trent would find police at his door. Following his release on bail, Trent's personal life took a turn when in March 2024 he married Jade Heffer, a woman with her own complex ties to the criminal underworld. Their marriage, performed in an Islamic ceremony, was a significant event that intertwined two notorious figures in the city's criminal scene. Their relationship, which had remained largely under the radar until then, quickly became a focal point for media scrutiny. Trent's transformation during his time in prison included a notable weight loss following a lap band surgery, added to the intrigue surrounding their marriage. Rumours of their relationship first surfaced when Jade updated her social media profiles to include Trent's initials and later posted a photo flaunting a shiny new diamond ring. Trent confirmed love was in the air by putting her initials up on his social media account, publicly acknowledging their relationship. The marriage between Trent and Jade was unexpected, considering he only walked free from jail a month before. However, it underscored the close-knit nature of Sydney's criminal underworld, where personal relationships often intersect with criminal activities. Jade herself is a figure of intrigue, with a past marked by tumultuous relationships and a liking for a high-risk lifestyle. Before marrying Trent, Jade had been married twice, each relationship adding layers to her complex persona. Jade Heffer's life story is equally compelling and fraught with drama. Growing up in the small town of Barham in the Riverina district of New South Wales, Jade's early years were a stark contrast to her later life. She was a promising athlete, having won awards in netball and tennis during her high school years. After working various jobs, including as a butcher, she moved to Sydney, where her life took a dramatic turn. Jade's first significant relationship was with Yusuf Nazlioglu, a high-ranking member of the Lone Wolf bikie gang, notorious for its involvement in drug trafficking and violent feuds with rival organisations. Yusuf's life was steeped in violence and criminal activities, culminating in his high-profile acquittal over the murder of Comanchero president Mick Howie. If you haven't already seen my video on the life and murder of Mick Howie, I suggest you check it out after this. The marriage ended tragically in 2022 when Yusuf was gunned down in an underground car park with Jade witnessing the brutal execution. Yusuf's murder was widely seen as a power play within Sydney's criminal fraternity, leaving Jade a widow at a young age. Following Yusuf's death, Jade converted to Islam and began a relationship with another underworld figure, Ahmad Alameddine, a high-profile member of the Alameddine crime family. This relationship also ended in controversy, culminating in Jade's arrest for allegedly hindering a police investigation into the Alameddine's activities. The newlyweds' honeymoon period was abruptly interrupted by their most recent arrest. In May 2024, just months after their marriage, Trent and Jade were once again in the spotlight following a dramatic early morning police raid at their Maryland's home. Trent and Jade were found handcuffed outside their home, a scene that captured media attention and highlighted the continuing legal challenges facing the couple. This raid was part of Strikeforce Wessex, a broader initiative targeting organised criminal groups involved in drug supply. Despite the lack of substantial findings during the raid, it resulted in both Trent and Jade being taken into custody, though under different charges. Jade was charged with breaching her existing bail condition that required her to live with her mother in the rural town of Barham. She was released on strict bail conditions. The conditions included not contacting Trent or going within 200 meters of his residence, not contacting members of the Alameddine family, reporting daily to police via phone, surrendering her passport, not going near any international airports or places of international departure, and not leaving her home in Barham unless in the company of her mother. Trent, on the other hand, was charged with driving while his license application was refused, and was also granted conditional bail, with his court appearance set for later in the month. In a surprising turn of events, just 5 days after the raid, a judge of the Supreme Court of New South Wales, Justice Natalie Adams, overturned the non-association order that kept Trent and Jade apart, citing Trent's positive influence on Jade's life and the lack of direct involvement in each other's criminal cases. She noted the police failed to unearth anything untoward at the house, and Trent was not Jade's co-accused in any other cases. She said, "It's quite unusual to have a non-association with someone that is not a co-offender. I have to say I've never seen it before." This decision allowed them to reunite under specific conditions. She must continue living with her mother and reporting to local police, but is allowed to have contact with Trent and stay the night at his Maryland's home each time she attends Sydney for pre-arranged legal or medical appointments, including regular sessions with a psychologist. The lives of Trent Jeske and Jade Heffer are a vivid illustration of the intertwining nature of crime, personal relationships, and legal struggles in Sydney's underworld. Trent's rise within the Alameddine network and his leadership in the Ready for War gang highlight the deep-rooted connections and loyalty that define such criminal organisations. Jade's journey from small-town girl to central figure in Sydney's underworld underscores the unpredictable nature of life within these circles. Despite their efforts to carve out a semblance of normality, their lives remain under relentless scrutiny of law enforcement, with each arrest and legal battle further entrenching their position in the public eye. As Trent and Jade navigate their lives under constant surveillance, their story serves as a stark reminder of the far-reaching consequences of a life entangled with crime. It also highlights the ongoing efforts of law enforcement to dismantle criminal networks and bring those involved to justice. Whether they will manage to steer away from their past or continue to be engulfed by it remains a question only time can answer. This brings us to the end of the case. As always, if you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Till next time, take care.